The other big story in the X Division, there's actually a couple of smaller ones bubbling, but the other one is Ultimate X, as we had the Sabin, PD, and Shelley match on the Spike TV debut.
What a fucking... all I can do is think of that Ultimate X finish. Woo!
Dave Meltzer on the Wrestling Observer was like, we don't know who okayed, because the finish of the Ultimate X, we'll do the TV in a second, but the finish is that at one stage in the match, the X falls, and they get a ladder, they put it back up. Then it starts dangling again, and Petey Williams, smart man that he is, just drops to his knees beneath it and catches the X when it hits the mat, and they give him the match and they call it there.
No, when it hits the mat, he just catches it midair. That's important, because he has riz about it.
Yeah, and everything about the timing of that finish is so well executed. Like, the amount of time that PD, like, waits under, the amount of time he drops to his knees, and then, like, the dramatic tilting before it falls.
There's about 10 different things that had to happen exactly the way they happened for it to come across it well. Yeah. And they just all did.
It's like fate was on their side for the shitty finish of the X falling, ending up being like something that was really cool. And like, if Sabin won like that, it's shitty because he's a babyface. But like, if PD being like the evil Canadian winning on the cheapest way imaginable was so good.
In a way that feels like it should be against the rules, but technically isn't.
Yeah, it's like the rule is you have to get the X and hit the mat. So PD was already at the mat. The X came to him. That's not his problem.
The X chose him.
Yeah, it's destiny. But yeah, Dave Meltzer in The Observer was like, we don't know who okayed ringing the bell for the finish because no one wants to admit to it because it was such a terrible decision. It's like, fuck you, you're dumb.
Fuck you, you're wrong.
He's so wrong. Like, that's... if the X is going to fall twice, if you're going to have the embarrassment of the X falling twice, like, it's so much better for it to fall the second time in a way that actually almost makes it seem like a deliberate choice. It's like, the first time it fell was actually to condition you to think it could fall, to set up the finish where it falls into PD's arms.
Also, it was perfectly shot. Fuck off.
Yeah, and even the fact that it fell twice almost works better for the finish.
Yeah.
Like, it's so good by complete accident. And the match is fine. They do spears off Ultimate X's and stuff like that. It's your classic mid-range Ultimate X match.
Yeah. The finish is the best thing about it.
Yeah, the finish is the best thing about it. Like, Sabin powerbombs him from the cables. Tracy distracts Petey with her boobs, quite literally. Mm-hmm. Bentley does an elbow drop. Like, there's good stuff. But yeah, when Sabin and Bentley drop from the cables and the X comes loose and it dangles precariously, and Sabin and Bentley were the two that took each other out, and Petey is the one there. It just works. It just works, and it rules.
And the fact that Petey had like the foresight to be like, I just gotta catch it here.
And like, whoever did call for the... because it probably wasn't D'Amore, because D'Amore was out there. So it was probably someone in the back who's like, just call it, that's it. Whoever made that call, good decision.
They should be in charge. And watch it be Jeff Jarrett. Sorry, I gave credit to Jeff Jarrett and my body rejected it.
That's fair. Just shutting down. The Brewu sensors have gone off. It's one of my favorite things at the finish where, like, you could see everybody's upset, but PD has to, like, celebrate, but he's clearly upset.
Yeah. Sabin looks legitimately pissed.
Oh, he's fucking raging. Of course, at the injustice of the finish and nothing else.
See, I was like, I wonder if he's mad because he was scheduled to win.
They did announce that, like, Mike Tenay says on the Go Home Impact that Ultimate X is coming to Spike TV. So they did already announce that Ultimate X. I'm not sure what the Ultimate X match they were going to do was, but they end up doing a rematch on TV. But yeah, I wonder what they were going to do with that Ultimate X. The October 8th Impact, Christopher Daniels faces Matt Bentley and Austin Aries in a 3-way match.
I like this one because it's 3 shitheads. Like, it's 3 not good guys.
Just being mean.
Yeah, it's a like, I love a dynamic like that when you have multiple heels or multiple baby. But multiple baby faces doesn't work as well because it's normally just like them having a match. But like, I love some heel versus heel shtick.
Yeah, baby faces just do moves where heels get dastardly.
Yeah, I love 2 heels trying to out-bastard each other.
This is a brand new audience, Liam. We're on Spike TV in front of like 3 times the viewers. So Mike Tenay naturally hits the Matt Bentley is Shawn Michaels' cousin line as he's doing his entrance.
Of course, you gotta.
Which he hasn't done. It's like the Canadian Destroyer in the first episode. It's like, you gotta hit the Shawn Michaels' cousin line, which he hasn't been doing lately. But he has to let the people know.
Actually, he's gonna be on pay-per-view in a big match.
Aries hits a poison rana on Bentley over the ropes, which is kind of wild. Daniels goes for a slingshot moonsault and they just step aside. They do the Samoa Joe. They're like, fuck you. It's one of those spots where every time you see people just like generically brawling to set up somebody doing a dive on them, there's a little part of you that's like, he just stood there. Whereas this time, they moved.
Yeah.
P.D. Williams comes out looking to confront Tracy at ringside. Then Sabin appears as the valiant defender of women. Former pal of Tracy, but then Tracy betrayed him, which tells you how good a guy he is.
Yeah, I'll believe that's what his intent was.
Yeah, Tracy was so mean to him, betrayed him in that whole Trinity Matt Bentley situation, and Sabin is still willing to help her. What a good guy.
Didn't he like lay her out at one point?
Listen, he laid Trinity out, I'll have you know.
Oh, okay.
That's completely different.
That's forgiven.
Wait, no, he was willing to let Trinity be laid out so he could pin somebody.
There we go, that's what it was.
Yeah. Matt Bentley wipes out both PD and Sabin at ringside, which allows Daniels to crotch Aries and hit the Angel's Wings for the win. He wins the three-way. Matt Bentley faces David Young on the October 15th Impact.
What a must-watch match.
2 TNA guys just wrestling.
Just 5 stars.
Simon Diamond distracts Bentley, allowing Young to hit a backstabber. Bentley hits an elbow drop, knocks Diamond off the apron. Bentley hits a super kick for the win. PD attacks after the match, nails Bentley with the destroyer. Tracy tends to Bentley and PD gets some ideas.
Yeah. PD's into it. PD's a little freak.
He is a little freak in many ways, because he kisses Tracy against her will and gets slapped. And then he pulls Tracy in for the Canadian Destroyer. But instead of doing it, he starts pulling Tracy's dress up to reveal her ass. And then Chris Sabin makes the save.
He's a fucking little pervert. He grew his hair out. He has the facial hair, and he's like, I'm gonna become a scumbag now.
And there is literally a moment in Ultimate X, as he said, where Tracy distracts PD by motorboarding him.
Motorboarding? Is that what you just said?
Did I just mix motorboating and waterboarding?
Yes.
Those are two very different things. They could be equal forms of torture in the right situation.
That's how I'm trying to be.
Sabin valiantly makes the save, though. He's a defender of women again. Again, reoccurring thread here. Sabin defends women. P.D. Williams is a scumbag. Until
he has the opportunity to win a match by not doing it.
And then the Go Home show, there's actually a couple of features on Ultimate X. There's like a generic feature on Ultimate X on the October 15th Impact, and then the October 22nd Impact, there's a feature specifically on the 3 guys commenting on Ultimate X and how it's dangerous, and they've been in the matches before, and now they're bound for glory, blah, 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 blah. But it's nice to establish what the stipulation is. It's the TNA signature match, and establish the guys that have been in it before, because Bentley won the first one, and Sabin was in the first one.
Good, blah, blah, blah for the new audience.
And then match itself, PD win.
Yep.